Hi, you guys. Thank you for chilling with Nicole. Excuse me if I'm a little everywhere. This is like the third time I made this video. But anyways, it's been a while since I made a video. It's been about a month and a half. I had a lot of things happen, but I'm glad to be making a video. So this is about Transformers: The Last Knight. I went to see it yesterday. And the reason why it made me want to talk about it because I felt like it was giving us a lot of messages. You know, sometimes when you look at movies or TV shows, it gives you some kind of message. Some people miss it, but I definitely was. What are you trying to do? What do you want to talk about? Hurry up.
Okay. That. So Optimus Prime, like, what happened to my world? And you like, and she like slapped her, and then he like his face turned red.
What? Okay, thank you. So anyway, in the beginning, it started off with a battle with knights and kings. They're having some kind of battle or whatever. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I made this video and I had to redo it again. So these knights and kings are having a battle. They're waiting on Merlin. So Merlin is one of the most fascinating figures in the Welsh mythology, and the Arthurian legend is Merlin, the great wizard, prophet, and advisor to several kings, including King Arthur. So they're waiting on Merlin. Some people are having doubts that he's even going to show up. So they finally show Merlin. He's riding on the horse. He's on his way, we're assuming, to the battle. He's drinking, blah, blah, blah. So basically everybody on King Arthur's side, you know, they're outnumbered, they're dying, they're hoping Merlin shows up, they're ready to give up and just run. So Merlin makes it to this Autobot. They call them something else. They didn't call them Autobots because basically it was about 6 of them, and they guarded the queen and her staff, and basically they went against her and stole the staff. So one of these guys that was protecting their queen, or the maker of the Transformers, basically was hiding out. Merlin already knew about this Autobot, and so he was keeping this secret for a really long time. And so he asked him, look, I'm a drunk, we already know I'm a drunk, I'm alive, can you help us out? You know, everybody's gonna die. So he decided to help. He gave Merlin the staff that belonged to the queen that made all these Transformers. And so he went and helped all the knights and kings or whatever win their battle. Fast forward, we're introduced to Yeager. Was it Yeager? Cade? Yeah, Cade Yeager. We know from the last movie he was on the run. So this movie he's still on the run. He does not speak to his daughter. So he owns a junkyard with some of the Autobots. You know, they're just hiding out, chilling, waiting for that moment, waiting for something to happen. And so there's this area, I'm assuming from the last movie, where, you know, they were having that battle, and, you know, this area just got really, really messed up, and it's blocked off from some robots, just, I believe, just regular robots. And so humans aren't allowed in this area. Well, this time we're introduced to Isabella, and she lives in this area with certain Autobots. And so kids are running in that area, not supposed to be there. Isabella is trying to help them get out, and they run up under a rock. Or at least we think it's a rock, but up under that really big rock is an Autobot. And so he kind of made this little space to where kids could run up under there, but they're thinking it's a rock, but it's really a Autobot with the, what name?
And his name was Bumblebee.
I'm not on Bumblebee yet. So he gets up, and we realize it's really not a rock, and he's, you know, it's an Autobot. He's nice. He's trying to get the kids. He's like, kids, come on, let's go. Let's get you out of here. Government comes, shoots the Autobot. And so, get out my video. And so Isabella is upset. And so this is where Isabella and Yeager meet up. This is where their paths cross. So she is upset that the Autobot was killed. So she goes and sneaks into the junkyard where Jaeger lives every day, basically. So she's like, I'm really good at working on Autobots. I don't have a home. I need somewhere to go. I really want to stay here. So he's kind of quizzing her, if this happens to the Autobot, blah, 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 blah. Don't know what he said. She passed. So, he allowed her to spend the night. So, fast forward. Oh, I skipped the part. I skipped the most important part. So, while they were at the junkyard, can't believe I skipped this part. Lennox. So basically the Caucasian guy that's been in the last couple of movies, he's in the army. Him and Jaeger meet up. Okay? And so Jaeger's like, you know where I stand. I'm standing with the good guys. And he's like, what? I understand what you're saying, but I'm following orders. This is a new world order. So when he said this is a new world order, I said, okay, this is a movie that's going to give us a message. Now, what the message is going to be, I don't know. But when he said new world order, there was enough to open my third eye. Okay. So, fast forward to where I was. So now the police know where Jaeger is. Okay, now the drama is starting. So Jaeger, Isabella, the Autobots, and what's his name? His name Jimmy. I believe his name is Jimmy, but also known as Gerard Carmichael. And most people don't know Gerard Carmichael. He had a show on TV. I don't know if it's still on, but it was called The Carmichael Show. So if you ever watched The Carmichael Show, this is the same guy. His name is Jimmy in this movie. So they're on the run with the Autobots, and the movie comes on, and I'm wondering where the heck is what's his name? I'm wondering where Optimus Prime is. Like, where he's at. So I see him floating in space. Supposedly he's on his way to his planet to talk to the creator of the Transformers. He meets her, and he decided he wanted to get buck with her, go crazy, try to kill her. I don't know, but she wasn't having that. She checked him, okay? She checked him for real, okay? So the weird thing is, he's asking these questions, and so she basically starts brainwashing him in a way and torturing him. He's tied up. She's torturing him, she's brainwashing him, and she's telling him that, look, I'm on your side. I want our planet to thrive again, but the only way for it to happen is you have to go to Earth, get my staff, bring it to me. Our Earth will thrive again, or their planet will thrive again, but Earth will be destroyed. And we all know from every freaking movie that Optimus Prime is not with destroying the planet and killing the humans. We already know that. So with the torture, I don't know how long she was torturing him, and the brainwashing, she convinced him to get the staff that was originally hers and to kill the humans, destroy the planet. So just keep that in mind. It's a long movie. That movie was like 2.5 hours long. So fast forward, okay, so Jaeger meets up with one of the knights, okay? He's getting ready to die. He gives him this little round amulet. I'm just going to call it an amulet because I don't remember what it was called. And he told him, look, you're going to have this. I don't even know what it was, but he's telling him you have to have it, you have to take it. He was like, I don't want it. But the amulet just happened to follow him. Literally, the amulet got up and followed him in his truck. So he has it. So then we're introduced to another young lady. Her name is Vivian. Her real name is Laura Haddock. But in this movie, her name is Vivian. Okay? So I'll make a long story short. Vivian is actually a blood relative of Merlin. Okay? So there's this guy, okay, Sir Edmund Burton. His name is Anthony Hopkins. Okay. What movie did he play in? I can't even remember. I remembered it yesterday. What is it? I think of. But anyways, we all know Anthony Hopkins. So he's in this movie. He knows what's going on. He has this little. I don't know if this is really an Autobot. I don't know. I guess it's an Autobot, but he's very, very different from all of them, huh? Hurry up.
So the boy with the glass, they're like policemen, and then they say like, "Where's your day?"
Okay, thank you. So he sends his little butler / Autobot to go and get Jaeger and get Vivian. So he finally gets him, and I'm trying to fast forward to a lot of stuff because the movie's like 2.5 hours long. So he finally gets Vivian. He gets Cade Yeager, and they're wondering what is going on. Why do you have us? And so Vivian, because she is the bloodline, supposedly the last bloodline relative of Merlin. Merlin kept the staff with him. They buried him with the staff. Okay, she can control the staff. Okay, she can make it do what it needs to do. Cade Yeager is important because that he has the amulet, and the amulet is basically latching itself on to Yeager. So he's basically a knight. Okay. So fast forward, Optimus Prime shows up. You know, he's trying to get the staff. He's doing what he was brainwashed to do. We all know we get brainwashed. You know, in some kind of way we get brainwashed, whether it's looking at TV or YouTube or whatever. We get brainwashed all the time. Even just media or looking at the news, we become brainwashed. They brainwash us to hate certain races, to hate people for no reason. You know, we get brainwashed in all kinds of ways. So he comes down, he meets with let me see, did anybody have the staff? I don't think they had the staff at that time, but they were looking for it. And so Bumblebee was trying to talk to him, and he was basically trying to kill Bumblebee. Bumblebee was like, what's going on? And so Cade Yeager was, as small as Cade Yeager is, what can he really do? So, but he felt like, he didn't want to run. He wanted to help Bumblebee get Optimus Prime to wake up. What is going on? So I didn't know what the heck he was going to do. So, Optimus Prime was getting ready to really kill Bumblebee. It was like he was staring death in the face. And all of a sudden, Bumblebee goes, "I'm your friend. I'm Bumblebee. I'm your friend. I've been your friend a long time. I laid down my life." And all of a sudden, Optimus Prime woke up from his trance. His eyes went from pink to blue. I think his eyes are normally blue, but they went from pink to blue. So he woke up from his trance. So all of a sudden, these knights come out of nowhere. And like I said, these knights were with the queen a long time ago, and they protected her and the staff. So they came and they were going to kill Optimus because he's basically going against the queen, going against what she asked him to do. And so Optimus Prime is there. He's getting his butt kicked from the knights. Bumblebee is there. He can't really do anything. They holding him down. Cade Yeager is over here. He's trying to figure out what to do. Now remember, the amulet has latched on to him. One of the knights gave him that amulet. So he's basically a knight at this point. And all of a sudden, one of the knights was getting ready to lay a big blow onto Optimus Prime. And so Cade Yeager was doing something, but I guess the amulet knew what he was trying to do. So a sword just came out of nowhere, and he stopped one of the knights from killing Optimus Prime. So the knights knew at that moment, okay, he's basically one of us. We're not going to kill Optimus Prime. And obviously, they're on the same side, so they stopped. So Optimus Prime he was lucky that day. So from that point on, he knew he messed up. He was going against Earth. He was about to have everybody on Earth killed. Okay, why did you get my video? Let me go over there. So one of the Transformers on the bad side, I don't remember his name, but basically he wanted to get their planet back, basically, and he had a lot of his buddies released from the jail, the government jail. So basically they're going around, they're trying to get the amulet also, but they're trying to really destroy Earth. And you know the Autobots are trying to keep Earth, so you know, of course they're crossing paths. So fast forward, so the Queen, I guess their planet was slowly making its way to Earth. I guess that was what it was. And there were like 4. What about the 4 horns? I don't know. This point was a little confusing to me because there were.
He had 2 horns.
It was like 6, 7 horns or whatever. But
it was 2 horns.
I guess the Queen had made her way to Earth, and I guess maybe like part of the planet was on the Earth. And so as the planet would leave, it would do. I can't describe it, but it's like big pieces of her ship was on the Earth, and as the planet was moving and it was dragging and slowly destroying the Earth, and it would cause great radiation, and so that's how they would die. They would basically fry. So fast forward, okay, so we have Vivian, which is the bloodline relative of Merlin, and then we have Jaeger. He is one of the knights. So it comes to a point to where, of course, we have the government. They want to stop everything. You know, we're not gonna get this amulet. We're not gonna do anything. We just need to stop. So one of the guys, you know, I'm assuming they always have one of these guys, some kind of way, that's trying to stop everything by science or logic. And you can't always fix everything with science and logic. We already know that because you have God or Jehovah. And since we do have Jehovah, which is God's name, you can't fix everything with logic because we can't see him. We can't do anything but pray to him and believe he's there. So with that being said, you can't fix everything with logic and science. So the guy was like, look, forget this. We're not going to wait on him to get no amulet. Do this, A, B, C, D, and E. This is over. Of course they do A, B, C, D, and E. You know, shoot this part of the ship. Is going to fall. Destroy this. We're done. It doesn't work. Science and logic did not work. So they were trying to get Vivian out of there. She changes her mind. Okay, thank God. She's like, forget it. I'm gonna go and get this staff. Okay, because at this point the Queen has the staff. She's getting her powers going. She's getting the ship going. We finna get this planet going like it used to be. Okay. She goes in, trying to get the amulet. Kay Jaeger is behind her. Optimus Prime is fighting, blah blah blah, fighting the bad guys as usual. So she goes in, she's trying to get the amulet. The planet, I guess, some kind of way moves, or the ship moves, so she fell. I guess at this point she cut off gravity. So Optimus Prime kind of throws her up in the air. Kay Jaeger throws her some more. So gravity-ish, she shut gravity off, okay? So they're throwing her in the air, trying to get her back to the staff or whatever. She makes it to the staff, and everything gets destroyed. She stops, okay? Because that's where her real power comes from, that staff. And if she doesn't have it, she can't do what she needs to do. So I feel like that was a good point because, like I said, you can't always believe in science and logic. Sometimes you just have to have faith. So I felt like that was a good point because as people, we are told all the time, or subliminally to not have faith in God, to just believe in science, believe in what you see. But we know we can't see God. I like to call him by his name. I like to say Jehovah. And it doesn't matter what religion you in. It doesn't matter what state or country you in. God has a name. You better go talk to your preacher. God has a name. I like to use his name because God can be anybody. God can be the devil. There are people who serve the devil, and the devil is their God. So I hate saying God because you don't know who you're talking to. Somebody can say, you know what, I'm going to pray to God to help you. Who is their God? It could be Satan. It could be the chair at their house. You don't know who their God is. So I like to call him by his name. His name is Jehovah, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. He has a name. You want to call him by his original name. I'm fine with that, but he has a name, okay? What is it? So, they get the amulet or the staff or whatever, and they kill their little queen, you know. I kind of felt like, at one point I was thinking that meant telling us to subliminally like go against God, like to not have faith, just go against God for everything, just kind of live your life and go against God. But at the same time, we can't kill God. Nothing can kill him. So I said, well, maybe that doesn't really mean that, and maybe it means nothing at all, you know. Maybe that's just the storyline. But at the end, I felt like the message was just have faith, you know. You can't always listen to people or science. You have to have faith. So like I said, they kill the queen, and Bumblebee is just, you know, he's really apologetic that he was getting ready to kill everybody. But of course, you know, he does his little thing where he shoot off in the sky, you know. He always gotta leave so dramatic, you know, but he does that. It's, you know, so everything happened like it should, I guess. It was a pretty good movie. It's 2.5 hours long. I enjoyed it, you know, but I just felt like it was really giving us a message, you know. It was really good. And then I got to see who made the Autobots and the Transformers, you know, because I'm just wondering who was making them, you know, who had the time. So I saw who was making them. It was a female god, basically. So what I wish that Kate Yeager would have met his daughter some kind of way. That would have been good, because he hadn't really seen her. I mean, he did talk to her on the phone, but at the same time, he didn't talk to her on the phone. He would call her, but he didn't say anything, because if he said anything, he would have gotten caught. But it just so happened that last time he talked to her, he ended up getting caught for whatever reason. But like I said, I just wanted to talk about it. I felt like it had a message, a real good message. But when they told us, what's his name? Lennox, the little army guy, when he said, you know, this is a new world order and I'm doing what I'm told, you know, that really hit home for me, because that's what's going to happen to us. Our army and navy and all these men and women are going to be doing what they're told. And if they're told to come in your house and kill you, they have to do that. Simple as that. So, you know, yeah, we go into the army because we serving our country, protecting our country. We can make money, we can have a good education. But at the end of the day, when New World Order come and the government feel like you're a threat just because you have 3 guns put up for protection, they're going to send the army to come kill you, and they're going to do exactly what they're told. They may not like it, but they're going to do what they're told. So, you know, it's a message. Bottom line is, it's coming. You can believe it or not, something is coming. So, but I enjoy, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I haven't made a video in a really long time, so I hate it so long. Well, it's under 30 minutes, so. Today, I have a little hump here, and my hair is in a bun, so that's my hair today. I have a little hump. My hair is in a ponytail. So I'm going to start making videos on a regular, guys. Thank you for chilling with Nicole. And I will see you in the next video.